Hello friends, it's Sherry from Turquoise Dreaming. How you doing today? Welcome to my channel and thank you for joining me. I hope everyone had a nice weekend. I am just here to give you an update and work on this little ledger journal a little while I have a few minutes. But here it is so far. I've got the pages sewn in and here's the wax cord I used to sew in the signatures. It kind of did a neat thing. It's a brown wax cord that I used to match, the overall look of the journal. And it kind of the wax cord took on shades. I don't know, I didn't do anything weird to them or anything, but they just came out like with these shaded colors, and it made it look like some really old journal that's been sitting around for, a long time. So I thought that came out, I really like it. It looks really neat. So, and this is the lace that I had put, on the spine on the inside. It's kind of a crochet type lace. And my thoughts were when I did it, I knew it was too long and I was going to trim it. But I kind of like how it looks now and I didn't trim it. I just think it kind of looks neat peeking out there. So as of now, I'm going to leave it. And I'm probably going to leave it. And then like if somebody got this journal and they didn't like that, they could always trim it. But I think it really looks kind of cool, so I'm going to leave that. So I've got, here's all my signatures. I had to really control myself with the paper. I had like twice as much paper. If you saw my video where I showed you the digi kits I was using, I had at least twice as much paper as I put in here. And I don't know, I'm always thinking I can do all this stuff and then it doesn't fit, right? But I had to stop because you can see it's kind of fluffy already. So I was thinking that, at first I was thinking, well, I won't need a closure because it will close nice. I'm going to control myself. And I did control myself, but with the paper, but it's still a little fluffy right now. Of course, I can work on that and work on kind of, squishing down and folding the signatures and, and it might lay down. But I was thinking, wouldn't it be cool if I could make a little like leather hitch post type closure? So I got my leather back out. Let me grab it here. I'll just grab a little scrap I have to show you. This is a scrap I had to cut off the side. It had some holes in it. But just as an example, say I take a piece and I cut it nicely into say an oval type shape. And I have a big piece over there. But then put a hitch post here and so I'd have to put a little slit like in the leather and then figure out, I'm not sure how I would attach it to the back. Maybe I could sew it on. I could probably still sew on this cover. I could sew it on the back, have that little slit, and then be able to fasten it over the hitch post in the front. Yeah, that's probably how I'll do it. So I'm going to be working on that next off camera. And then today I was just going to work on some ephemera, so I'll show you kind of, I'm not going to go, page by page, but like I've put a couple pieces here in my little bird pocket here in the front. This was a piece from the kit, so I wanted to keep that whole. I just thought it was neat for someone to be able to do something with that, so I slipped that in there. This is a little tag I received in Happy Mail from Emily, Crafty Emily. And so I just distressed this and put, if you saw my words the other day that I cut out, that I showed you, I cut them out. This one I distressed and just put on there as a little decoration. And I'm kind of, as you can see, keeping things neutral in here. I put another little piece here from the digi kit. It's from the Ledger digi kit. And this is another tag from Emily. And I just used this neutral kind of twine here or string and added one of my words, the word notes here. It's all distressed, and I didn't distress on the backs, but I distressed on the fronts. And then these can be tags or drawing cards or both, so tuck that one in there. And then let's see, what else did I tuck in here? I tucked in, so here's a pocket I made from the envelope, one of the envelopes from the kit. I cut it in half and put half of it here and the other half is somewhere else as a another little pocket. But this is the tiny envelopes that I had printed out. This is one, and I just went ahead and glued that together and put it in there. So that's where I'm at as far as putting ephemera in here. And I've got lots of pockets and tuck spots already that I already put in here. Here's the, I'll show you this real quick. The spine I used right here. I put it in as a belly band. And actually I was going to hang this little envelope on it. This is the other little envelope that I printed out from Sherry's envelopes, you know, from the coffee dyed, lace dyed digi kit. This was one of the envelopes I printed it out at 30%. I, you know, went ahead and glued it together, so it is an envelope. It's coffee dyed on the inside here. I put a little piece of cut off over the little where the window was, and I was going to put this word notes on here. I took one of my little, see that I have them cut out like this. I had the sheet of where I, you know, printed them out from my computer. I coffee dyed it. And then this one I took and tore it out. I wanted to see, I thought that would look neat here on this envelope. So I'm going to just distress around the edges a little bit and then glue it down on this envelope and then hang the envelope on this belly band. So that's where I'm at. I was kind of doing some stuff here for a few minutes, and I thought I'd turn on the camera before I got done and just give you a little update. So I hope everyone had a great weekend. Oh, I'm going to share with you a little bit from my weekend. I went to visit my brother, okay, and he has 2 kids. He and my sister-in-law has 2 kids, a boy and a girl, and they're a 13-year-old girl and a 15-year-old boy. See, okay, that's what I was going to do, just like that, hang that there for now. I could, if I did, I could tuck it in like this too, if I felt like it needed to be tucked a little better. Could be like that. But either way, I kind of like this showing, so I'm probably going to just do it like that. So let me show you what I did this weekend. Let's see, where is it? Oh, here it is, right beside me. Okay, so I've been wanting, let me put this to the side for a second. I have been wanting for a long time to make some paper beads. And I've been trying to figure out, well, how do I want to do it? And I haven't bought any little machines or anything yet, but I went ahead and I've watched several videos on making paper beads, you know, and how different ways to do it. So we just did it because I don't have any kind of fancy machine yet. I went ahead and I used a toothpick. It was one way somebody showed how to do it on YouTube. There's a bunch of videos, different ways, different little things you can use. So I'll just show you these right here. This one needs a little glue, let's see. We didn't have any glaze to put on the outside as far as glazing them. I do want to get some glaze when I really get serious about it, but this was just kind of an experiment, like, let's make some paper beads, you know, something to do with your niece and nephew. And they enjoyed it. And these are mine. We just got out some magazines, some toothpicks, and some glue, and so we could glue the ends together. And so these are mine, or some of mine. I made a bunch this weekend. We had fun with that. And I think they're really pretty for my first try. Maybe my favorite one might be this one right here, because it has more color on it. You see that? So pretty. I really love them. So now I know, like, yes, I definitely want to do some more of these in a very big way, like a lot of these. So here's my nephew. He was just having fun. Like, let's see. He actually invented a new method of doing it, where we were holding the toothpick in our hands and kind of rolling it with our fingers. He started it on the toothpick, then put it down on the table, and then rolled it on the table. And that was actually easier. Once you get it going on the toothpick, set it down on the table and then roll. And the table helps you keep it tight. But he made this one, and we were joking that, oh, this one could be an earring, you know. You just need to make we were like, okay, now you got to make another one just like that for the other ear, right? Because he just like, you know, he didn't do that on purpose. So it was like, I don't know if I can do that. And here's some more he made. So that was his. And then my niece made, she made a bunch. Let's see, let me see if I can figure out some of hers. Kind of hard because a lot of hers look like mine. But anyway, I know this one's hers. So there's one of hers. And so they're so cute. My sister-in-law made one, which I thought was really cute too. And hers was just, see, we made triangular strips. This was her. She just made a straight stitch. So it just looks like that. And I was like, it's okay. You can make some like that, just like look like little beads, you know, like that. So anyway, we had a lot of fun doing that. Spent quite a bit of time doing these, believe it or not, because we were all learning. None of us had ever done it before. So I got to bring them all home. They let me have them. So I was going to let them have them, but they're like, no, you can have them. So anyway, they knew I would do something with them, right? So we did that. And we also, let's see, we tie-dyed. I had brought some shirts and some tie-dye kit with me, with the paints and everything, rubber bands, everything comes in the kit. So my sister-in-law put down like a drop cloth on her dining room table, and it was right next to her dining room. Is kind of like right next to the laundry room, so we had access to a sink in there, and of course the washer and dryer if we needed it. But I had the idea of, it says, the instructions said put paper towels over your drop cloth or your tablecloth or whatever you put down to do your tie-dyeing. But I had the idea of putting paper down, and I said, can we put some paper? Do you have some copy paper we can just put down over that? And then our drippings will go onto the paper, and then we'll have pretty colored papers, right? You know, always junk journal or creators or paper crafters are always thinking about that. So all of these papers, and I've got more over here, I'll show you. She had 2 sizes of copy paper that she let me use, or let us use. And so this is all our drippings from our tie-dyeing. We had this kind of turquoisey teal color, we had purple, and we had pink. So I'm definitely going to do something with these, but I think they were fun. It was fun for us to see what happened just from our t-shirts dripping and laying on these papers. Really cool. We kind of, if there was a puddle or something, we kind of sopped it up with the papers. And so, as you can see, just lots of mixed up colors. So that's what I'm calling, I know it doesn't look like tie-dye, but that's my tie-dye papers from this weekend. And then we had these big sheets of paper here where we spread these out. And I thought they were, look at this one. This is really pretty on this side. So, I mean, there's a splatter here, and just really, here's this one splattered too. We didn't do that on purpose. That just somehow happened. And, it got, like this one didn't get much on the back, but some of them, like under my niece's shirt, there was a puddle there. She just poured that paint on her shirt. And so we were kind of like sopping it up, and so it got on the other side of the paper, and just was a lot of fun. So if you do any tie-dyeing, that is an idea. Just put some papers on top. It's the drop cloth, then the papers, and then your shirts, right? So you still have to protect the table or whatever you're tie-dyeing on. So we did a pretty decent job of that, and got all these papers to show for it, right? So that was my fun weekend. So back to the journal. Let me put my paper beads over here too. So now, as far as this goes, I have some cutoffs here. I have the rest of the little pieces from the ledger kit right here. Is that all I have left? Yeah, so I thought I would put those down on something. Like, I have this paper bag. I thought I had another paper bag here. I know I did. It disappeared. I can grab another one there right behind me. But I thought I would decorate a couple of these paper bags. I thought would be neat to decorate. Oh, I know, they're right here under my journal. and I pulled out, oh yeah, here it is. Now I have two. Yeah, these paper bags, a little like a mini paper bag. The pieces from the kit. I have some piano paper that I haven't used any of yet. And of course, this is a nice, beautiful, neutral color. So I thought maybe I could use some of this. And then I have, this is Tim Holtz tissue paper. Both of these I got in Happy Mail. So from Maria. So, yes, isn't this beautiful? This is such a neat feeling tissue paper. It's not your standard feeling. It's like strong, really strong, excuse me, really strong tissue paper. So I thought maybe let's start with this because I need a different color for that piano paper to go on top of, you know. So let's start with this Tim Holtz and see what we can do with that. So usually for my tissue paper, I use glue stick, like kind of like Mod Podge with the glue stick. So let's just cut a piece here and see what we can do. Maybe we'll put it on both sides. I don't know if I'm going to stick this in a pocket or glue it down. I would say I'm probably just going to stick it in the journal somewhere. And this is bigger. I haven't even seen what this would fit in here. Where it would fit, I should say. I could glue it down to a page, but I don't think I will. I think I'll just put it in there, and then let me make sure this is wide enough. And then whoever gets the journal can do what they want with it, you know what I mean? I just think it'll be cool though. It could be really cool glued down, you know, and then it would be a big pocket on a page. And then you could even make a flip. I mean, who knows? I might actually end up doing something with it too, as far as gluing it down. Or you could attach it as a flip out and then have the pocket, you know, inside of the bag for a pocket. So let's go ahead and glue this down. Here, it's got this edge on it too, that kind of jagged edge on this paper right here. This is going to look cool on the top of this just by coincidence. Isn't that neat? So let's, let me see, where's my glue stick? I want to use my craft bond, I guess. Let's see how that does. Alright, so this is the smooth side. Here's the side with the little bottom part where that, you know, kind of acts as a flap. So I'm leaving that on. So let's go ahead and glue this down. Alright, got glue all over there. I'm going to put like another coat. I want to make sure this sticks quick before it dries. Let's see how it comes out. So let's get it on there. Okay, got this edge. Okay, looks like I might need to cut a little bit more off over here. But let's go ahead and kind of rub this all over and make sure it's really glued down, because this is kind of lumpy right here where you have that flap in the back. So, alright, that looks good. That looks pretty. I think that's really pretty, right? And so I could, let's cut the extra off, but I could just leave the back blank. I could either put some on the back or leave it blank in case someone wants to glue it down, or in case I want to glue it down, you know. So I might do that for now until I decide what I want to do with it. And I can further decorate this. You can put whatever on here. Some flowers or paper doll, you know, Tim Holtz paper dolls. Got a little bit more to cut off here. Just don't want to cut my paper bag. There we go. So yeah, I like this. And So we have our pocket. And it's all sticking down good. Let's see. Looks good. Looks like it's always been there. That's really neat. I can distress this if I want to. I don't know if I want to though. I think it looks good like that. Or I'm kind of like, I want to do it, but it doesn't need it. So I think I'm going to try to control myself and leave it like that for now. So let's put that over here as a done piece. And then this is another one that I got out. Let's do this little paper back here. Let's see what we want. Do we want it? I wonder what piano paper would look like on there. And then we could, maybe I can put the piano paper on here. It's just the same color. I have, let's see, what else do I have here? Let's see about one of these pieces on here. This would be pretty. It has like these red stamps on here from a bank, and there's some little dotted date. This is a date or a number or something here, but very cool looking. Let's go ahead. I like these red stamps. I'm gonna figure out if I want them in the middle or to the side. It's too long. So I think I'm going to rip off the top here. It's like, it's so cool. I hate to even rip any off, but we'll still use this. I have 3 ripped off, cut or ripped off pieces, or 4 now, that I need to use right there. Okay, see, I tried to rip off just a little bit and it's not short enough. So let me, well, I can just rip. I just need this corner smaller here or shorter. So there we go. Let's just experiment with this a little bit. I'm going to glue this one on with some of my art glitter glue. I have my washer on in case you hear water running. It sounds like it's filling up with water right now. So you might hear a little water noise. It almost sounds like a fountain, but it's my washer. Okay, so it's very quiet, but I can hear the water right now. Okay. All right, I'm going to put a little bit of, right here on this edge, a little bit of my distressing ink to cover up that light edge. There we go. See, it's already naturally distressed over here from the kit. I didn't do that. I don't think I did that. I just cut this out. Let's go ahead and put a little distressing over here, since I distressed up there to make it all kind of flow together. And yeah, I think this will be better distressed since I put that up there. And it's got the natural distressing over there from the kit. And it just kind of brings it all together. Okay, now maybe something over here. I've got my words, which I already used. I've got several Tim Holtz little ephemera packs out here. I have these that I made the other day from my scraps on Saturday. Put my pin in my glue here. I wonder if one of these would go on here. I ended up putting them all in this little bag. They all fit in here. And I'll show you, because I didn't do this on video. Let's see, how does this open? Here it is. I didn't do this on video, but I had some strips that I was going to finish after the video on Saturday, my scrap with me video. And let me just show you, because I didn't show you yet. Okay, that's not it. Let me find one here. Oh, they're down here. I left some blank strips for these shorter ones for hinges, but some of the longer ones I had a couple little stamps with, you know, like a strip. The stamp is this right here. It's like this. And so it's this vine with little birds on it. Can you see that? And so I just took it and stamped it all up and down this strip. So now I can use this to decorate on the side of a page or where, you know, whatever. I can cut it up if I want, or I just thought it was, you know, I had never done anything like that before, so I thought that turned out really cool. And I have another long stamp too. I have, this one's just short, you know, like that, like 1.5 inches or whatever. The other one is probably like 2.5 inches long. Let's see if I can find that one. Let's see, here's all the long strips right here. That's another bird. Oh, okay, I told you wrong. See, now I'm seeing it. Okay, so this is the long one. This one goes like from here to here. That's one rubber stamp. So what is that, like 3 inches long? So I stamped it, like I said, all the way up and down there. And this is the short one. You can see it, see how where it begins and ends. But you know, so what is that, about 1.5 inches, I guess. So that one I also took and stamped all up and down. I tried to join it so it looked like one. See right here, you can see it better where I kind of brought it together. So it looks like one rubber stamp all the way up and down. Here I didn't quite get it together, but I still think it looks good. And I can use that again as a decoration on the side of a page. So yeah, I just thought you guys would like to see those. But for this little bag, see, I could use one of those. That's my hinge. Let me put that back in there. I could almost use one of these on the side of this bag right here. That would be pretty. Or I'll leave that one out in case we decide to use that. And then we could also use, let's see, what else do I have in here? I have the birds that we stamped, the little birds. I could put a bird on here. I did already, if you remember, I think I already, I'm trying to see if I distressed these. It doesn't look distressed, but I could distress it. But I already, you know, I just cut it out and rounded the corner, so it'll be ready to go. Guess I didn't distress it yet. And what else do I have in here? Oh, my mushrooms. Of course, that one's a little bit too big, but I do have some mushrooms in here. Whoops, now these are falling out. I want to find a smaller mushroom and see how those look. Here's one here. See, here's the mushroom. That's cute too. So that's what I was talking about, having these ready to go. And then you have a little something to glue down somewhere and decorate something. I think I like the bird actually better. It's because it's smaller. Or this. I kind of like this. Isn't that crazy? So you never know what you're going to use these things for, but I think, isn't that neat? I think I'm going to use this. So let's don't cut too much of it off so we don't waste my little strip here. Okay, so it's going to be cut off about right there. Let me make a little fold mark. And now we're just going to use a piece of it. See, that was too long for a page anyway, so I might end up using this on one of the pages in here. But see, those really come in handy, don't they? Okay, so I'm going to leave it. I'm going to distress it a little bit here, especially on this side that's going on the side of the bag, but probably all the way around a little bit, just a tiny bit here. I'm just using the ink that's already on my little brush here. Don't even need to get any more on there. There we go. Just a slight distressing. And I don't think I'm going to round the corners. I think I'm just going to glue it down. Art glitter glue. The end kind of sealed itself shut there. Oh, art glitter glue, you're so finicky. Sometimes. So finicky. Oh, there it goes. Okay. I was like, I was just using you. You should be flowing out here, not getting stopped up. And I put the pin. You saw me. You saw me put the pin back in there. Didn't have it out for very long. Okay, there we go. Now, good. See, this has little birds on. Oh, let's see which way we want it. Oh, let's put it this way. Yeah, the birds were upside down the other way. Okay, there we go. We want our birds not upside down if possible. Okay, so there we go. Pretty little smaller paper bag. This is the back side. This is the front. So let's, I think we maybe should decorate both sides. I mean, I could glue this side down, but I might just paper clip it in, you know. So let's see, we have one more. This is a little postcard, but I have all these little these little pieces. We could make a little collage here. Just glue all these pieces in on here, possibly, and use up all these little pieces. I don't know if I have enough. Well, I do have more, of course, more scraps, but I don't know if those are going to come together. So I think I'm going to try to use these and maybe combine it with some of my birds or my mushrooms. That would be cool. So let's kind of just glue these all over and see what we can come up with here to use up these little scraps. And this is just from this journal, you know what I mean? I just created these scraps. So this is what I like to do, is just kind of use them up right away. So I'm going to put these all over instead of like I had right next to each other, because I think that'll be better. They didn't look good right next to each other, and they only covered the bottom half. So I think if I put them all over, that will be that, you know, prettier. So let's just try it here. So I'm gonna put that one there. I put that one there. That's from the coffee dyed, lace dyed kit. This is just a piece of ephemera from the kit, but you know, a piece I tore off there. This is from, I'm not sure. I think it's coffee dyed, lace dyed paper, but I'm not sure. Is it the piece we just ripped off? It could be. I think it is actually. Okay, let's put this. Let's put this up here. Across the top. There we go. See, doesn't that look better already? And then just lining them up across the bottom. And then we'll have this strip. And get our edges real good. Okay, we'll put this, you know, like right, let's see, let's put it like right here. Let's put it up a little bit. Okay, now what do I have left? I have a little tiny thing here. It's got a little red mark. Oh, that's that corner we just, yeah, I like that. Let's put that on there. Yeah, you can really get carried away with your scraps, right? But that's all right. I'm going to put well, since it's a corner, let's put it down here in a corner, right? Okay. So far. Now we need something to bring it all together. So that big mushroom, let's try that. Where's that big mushroom? We got a mushroom. Oh, here's another mushroom. These two are both cute. Oh, this is the flip out one. So I probably won't use that because this is the, or I could cut that off. This glue is about to drive me insane. Get off my fingers. Okay, so this is a flip out one, so I probably won't use that. But this one, this is the one that kind of reminds me of a postage stamp, as far as this kind of looks like a postmark, even though it's not. But right here, put this right in the middle. I think that would be pretty. This does look distressed. Maybe I distressed this one already, but it is coffee dyed too. So that's good. Let's glue this down. I think this is nice. I like this. Yeah, I got these out just in case, because I was actually, well, I was hoping to use some because I think they're so cool. I love, you know, coffee dyed stuff. So, and of course they're neutral, so they would go with this journal. Okay, so here we go, right in the middle. Just bringing everything together here. Very nice. Okay, now do we need anything else on there? Here's a little and symbol desk ephemera that escaped from my, Tim Holtz ephemera pack. So I'm going to glue this down because I'm tired of looking at it. Let's put this somewhere, a little and symbol. Let's put it right here. No, let's put it, I think, yeah, let's put it right here at the top, right over here. Okay, so there's a little and symbol. Now, I've got some lace out here. I could put a piece of lace on here. Somewhere, let's just random. This is not anything like, oh, I've got to have lace all up and down here. This is just a random piece of lace. Let's treat it like a random piece of lace. So we're just going to glue it down somewhere to have a piece of lace on here. Another texture and layer to our, getting glued down there on my board. But yeah, another layer to this, and I think that will be a good finishing touch to it somewhere. Let's see where we want it. Maybe over here. See, there's coffee dyed paper here that we glued on. This is paper bag, but I don't mind the paper bag showing it all, so, but where does it look best? I got my little corner there, so something like that, or it could even be at the top. Uh-oh, that looks, or over here. Does this look too plain? Wow. I like this all of a sudden. It just jumped out at me when I did that. Didn't it? Doesn't that look like perfect right there? Okay, that's where it's going. That is where it's going. I don't know what happened right there, but it just looks awesome right there. Okay, little art glitter glue on here. The only reason I'm not using, I know art glitter glue will glue this down, or else I would use Fabri-Tac. But this is very kind of lacy lace, so this might be even be tatting, I'm not sure. It's probably lace, but anyway, the Fabri-Tac seems like it would seep right through here, and then it might be make it shiny. This art glitter glue dries clear, and it's not shiny when it dries, so that is why I'm using that. There we go. I think we have enough on there now. Enough little pieces and layers so it looks pretty and decorated. And we have a little pocket to put a journaling card in. Okay, cool. All right, let me clean up a little bit here so we can maybe see if we want to do anything else. I would like to use some of that piano paper, but I don't know what I want to use it on. Let me see, I've got, I could try something. Okay, so we're done with that. So this goes in here. So we've got 2 more pieces from the kit to use up here. Let's do those first, because that's my #1 priority, to use all these little pieces of ephemera. So what I wanted to do was, let's see this, let me look at these and see what they are. Okay, so see, this is just a little like note. So I could leave this. It's so cool because you can see the wrinkles in here. Isn't that neat? And it's got lines. That, you know, it's coffee dyed. Let me see how big it is. If I put it, I'm trying to figure out if I want to just fold it up. I think I want to fold this up. I think I want to round the corners though. I think I'm going to round the corners. This is what I'm doing. I'm just trying to figure out what am I going to do with this. This is from the kit. What am I going to do with it? You know, do I want to make it into a big journaling card? It could be a writing board if I wanted to put it on something. This is thin. I'm going to describe this as thin cardstock. That's why I got this out, just in case I needed another neutral layer. But I think I'm going to leave this like this because I think it's really cool, and I think I want to leave it just like this. Fold it up, put it in a pocket. So I'm going to call this one done. This one, I definitely want to put another layer. So this one I'm going to glue on here with art glitter glue, because I want this to be a little journaling card. It's like a postcard on this side. There already is a postcard on this side. Then I can glue it down to another layer here and have a nice you know, stronger piece of paper that I can turn into a journaling card, and, you know, then it's, you know, it's stronger. And I can always sew it down if I want to after this, after the video. I can sew it down if I want to. Add more, you know, it adds more kind of like a texture or a border around when you sew on it, and more support as far as keeping it all together. If it, you know, whether it needs support or not, though, sometimes I just like the stitched look around something, you know. So I'm going to go all over this just with my finger. I don't really have my little credit card out here to do anything with, or any type of brayer, so there we go. So it blends, this blends well with the coffee dyed. I might want to, let's see, I'm going to go ahead and cut it out. I'm trying to see. I guess I'm going to go ahead and cut it out, and then probably distress it a little. And maybe around the corners. I think it needs around. I'm just like, it needs something. You know what I mean? It needs something. So let's round the corners. I think these corners need to be rounded. Definitely. That looks a lot better. A little distressing, which I might need to add some to it. I'll try to use my what's already on here. Let's see if that works. It is working so far as a light. Oh, actually, it's quite a bit right there. I got quite a dark line just from using what's already on here. Seems like there's a lot on the tip right here. If I put the tip on there, it's like really coming off. That's good. That looks really nice. I'll show you in a second when I get done here. All right. Really pretty. Okay. Now, isn't that nice? It looks like an old, it really does look like an old, worn out postcard here. This texture that's on this, you know, print. And I think maybe even the glue helped. It's like you can see a little bit of glue lines back there, and it adds like a wrinkle, almost like a old wrinkly look to it. I don't know, you probably can't see it in the camera, but really cool. Now, do we need any distressing on this side as I pull glue off my fingers? Okay, yeah, it just needs a little something back here too. It just looks too like, it looks too new now back here. So let's just a little distressing, and then it can be done with whatever someone might want to do with it. Write on it, glue it down as a decoration, pocket, tuck spot, flip out. All right, so there we go. Another piece done of ephemera. Let's check our time real quick. And I might need to get going. Oh yeah, it's time for me to go. But thanks for watching today. I hope you enjoyed my update. I am going to still try to figure out something with that piano paper. I think that would be fun. And I might even just tear a piece off and put it on a page. You know what I mean? That would be cool. Like just with the holes in it, tear a piece off like a torn, kind of grungy. I could distress the edges and just glue it down on, say, let me find a page, like here, just glue a piece of piano paper on here. That would be very cool. Okay, I might try that. We'll see what I end up. I also have this before I go. I was thinking about this. I just emptied. This was the pack of little paper bags. I just pulled that one I had was the last one I had. So the one we decorated. So isn't this pretty packaging? I thought maybe I'd do something with that. And I don't know if the piano paper would stick to this. It's pretty smooth and shiny, but we shall see, okay? And I have these words too I have pulled out here. These are not words I printed, that I typed, like my other words, like these. I typed these and printed these out. These I just found online and I printed them out. I thought they were cool. These library cards I found too. So, and they were neutral colored. That's why I printed them out. I thought I might use some of these to do something with. like glue them down. I might glue some of these down and maybe even sew around them on some of this light cardstock here. So we'll see. All stuff I'm working on, and I'll be back with my next update. Thanks for watching and have a great day.